Hello everybody, and welcome back to some SkyT. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we got started with our Draconic evolution stuff. We got to our Wyvern cores, our Wyvern fusion injectors. Today we are going to get to our Draconic fusion crafting injectors. These we're actually going to need more than what we're going to do, but for now we're going to stick with just making what we need for our infusion setup, because we're going to set up another one of these at a later date. We're going to have one for crafting the cores, and then we're going to have one for crafting elsewhere stuff, but the cores are basically the only thing that well, it's not the only thing that we need for, but it's the only thing we really need to have automated with this. So, awakened stuff. The awakened cores. First thing that we see here is I need to get our mixed tea block going. This is where we kind of left off. Pumpkin milk tea. Easy enough for us to do. Melted sugar, milk, pumpkins. We've got a ton of pumpkins. Watermelon. Same deal. We've got a ton of melons. We've got melted sugar, all that good stuff. The Oreo. This is where we start getting into the stuff. We got to make crushed Oreo. And to make crushed Oreo, we'll probably go with the meal. We need to make regular Oreos. And to make regular Oreos, we need a filling. And we need Oreo halves. And the Oreo halves are this guy here. And then Oreo dough, which it's a lot of stuff. Just we've got plenty of everything. We need wheat flour we can run through a meal too. I'd like to just set up a production line from here to here, or to even just the crushed Oreo. So we've got that we need to do. And then the other one is blood orange milk tea. And to do the blood orange, we need to run a apple through just a tier 1 blood altar. It takes 1,000 LP. Now, I've done some math. We need 18 stacks of these total to do probably what all we need to do. So I'm probably going to just do up a whole bunch of these at one time and do that. So, first things first is I'm going to get things set up for our teas. I don't think, where are we at? I don't know if we should, we're at 400,000 sugar water, melted sugar. Is that which one is it we need? Melted sugar. So I think what I'm going to do with these is just set them up to be crafted each individually and then go from there, which means we're probably not going to be able to do this. That's not where I wanted to go, to Void. Because I don't think I have enough channels out here to do this. I've got 17. And then on this side, I think we're just about completely filled up. Yeah, that's 26. I could set up another quantum thing over here, and then I've got all the space in the world right here. I think that might be what I do. Alright, so quick progress update. First off, I haven't been using any of the fluid storage through Applied Energistics because I kept getting water. Every time I placed a drive in here, it would fill up with water, and I could not for the life of me figure it out. So I have spent about 30 minutes here going through everything, and then I finally figured out it was our cyanide reprocessor. I had it just set as an import because I didn't think it would actually suck anything out of it other than the plutonium, but it was sucking the water into the system. So yeah, now we've got a bit of fluid storage. I can do what I need to do now, which if we come out here, we're going to do that. So far this is what I've got. I haven't got it started yet, but we've got this guy set up it's going to be to export wheat and then just import everything that comes out here, because we get flour, we get seeds. And then we're going to have this export wheat, flour, cocoa beans, and water. I've got it set to round robin. I'm hoping that it will not... trying to think here. Oh, the Oreo dough. The one problem that I had was, if you look at this, the wheat flour, you mix it with that, the water in that, and you get dough. And I don't really want the dough, so I'm hoping, if nothing else, we kind of do like we've done over here, where we're just deleting the stuff that we don't need, whichever one it was. And will be good. So this will make the Oreo dough. The Oreo dough gets put over here into the press. The press makes it into the Oreo half raw. And then we've got a smoker, because it has to be a smoker or bulk smoking. And this is actually a extreme furnace with the smoking upgrade in it to do the Oreo halves. Now these guys are going to be set to just be made all the time. I'm not worried about wheat or anything like that. So that's going to be done. We're going to set this up to where we are crafting the fluid, which I need to take this off, and I need to connect a import bus to this instead, so I can get this fluid out. And that should suck all that out. All right, so good. We can do that. I can get rid of this, and we can just move this guy over to there. And I've got way too much stuff in my inventory right now. Plutonium can go up. We're not using that. The drawers can go up. We're not using drawers now. But that is what we are doing. I'm going to set a filter up for this. So let's import. We're going to import just filling. Throw some of that in there, and then connect this guy up. And then now I should be able to craft just the filling, and it all should be... that's not what I wanted. Craftable. So if I do that... Make sure this all works. Oh, it's only showing craftable stored. So yeah, it is going up. It's going to get faster. I don't have it set to a fast speed right now. I'm trying to make sure everything works as we go. So, but now to set up the conveyor for... the halves. And the reason why the Oreo halves I have set up as just going to be all the time, because we're going to need one... Oh, I had a coughing fit. We're going to need one for the conveyor and one for the top. So that is why we are not... We're going to set up a recipe for this guy to fill up as we need it, and then we will do the belt as a recipe for all of that. So that is next on my list. Alright, so now it's time to see if this is going to work. Filled it up, made it, good. Now I just need to make a recipe for this. And then we should be good to go as far as the Oreo. Well, nope, I forgot. We got to do the crushed part of this. So... We need a recipe for this. We don't need that. We don't need that. That can go up. That can go up. And then we need a recipe for this. We don't necessarily need the one in that. Actually, yeah, that'll work. Because that's not guaranteed. 40% chance. So we want to make sure if we get extra, we get extra. So... We've just about got this all ready to go. So this has... I'm trying to remember how many channels I got on here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can put our last bit over here for that. So, but for now, we want this guy in here, and I want to be able to tell this thing, that's not what I wanted, to craft up 10 Oreos, and it's going to work. And then once it runs out of filling in our system, which we've got 16 more buckets, I've got this set with the crafting card, it will, and the filling, and so it should automatically just start making more filling to keep this thing full. So everything here is fully automatic. The only thing else I need to do is get us another millstone set up, and we don't really need, I'm trying to think of whether or not this would be worth. Let's try it with the pattern and see how this is going to work. Alright, so moment of truth to see if this is going to work. So we know all the rest of it does. We want to make the crushed Oreo. If I tell it to make 10 of it, awesome. Not necessarily the fastest in the world, but we've got it connected to this set up here, and everything is good. We are good. Alright, so we are back. Put in some work here. So we've got these guys all going. Each one of them has a different milk. We've got the pumpkin tea milk, we've got the watermelon tea milk, we've got the Oreo tea milk, and we've got the blood orange tea milk. I have went through and done about 4 stacks of blood oranges. They're not really that hard to do. It doesn't take long, especially with our little mob farm up there. I have a mixer set up. This is the only part that I worry about whether or not will work or not. And that's just whether or not this will all put in here in order to do our stuff. We're fixing to find out. And then I have a recipe over here for this guy right here, for the mixed tea block. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to set a recipe for 2 mixed tea blocks. Everything shows it's ready to go. Start. Everything's making. Everything's going in. Oh, it's actually working. And I did make some more fluid drives. That way, as these 4 pull out, it's got space. This has space in the system. And we've got space for 1 more. But that all should be done. And we got our 2 mixed tea blocks. Awesome. The only thing that would make this even better is if we could get the blood orange stuff automated. I don't necessarily see a point of doing it. We can. Just all we need to do is a well of suffering. And so, at least for now, I'm not too worried about it. We may eventually do it, but like I said, I done 4 stacks. That's a bunch of close to what we're going to need for this. So, our next bit of business is going to be to claim a quest. We've got this guy here to claim. And we are actually just about done with create. All we've got left to do is to make that guy, which I probably need to set this stuff back up anyways, because I'm down to 1 more electric motor. We need a blaze cake, which we can do pretty easy. And then we just crafting for the rest of it. But right now, not too worried about it. We're ready to move on with our next bit of business, which is going to be I need to set up a mixer and a recipe for the strange fluid. Matter of fact, I could probably just do it right here. Let's try that. Because I shouldn't be making any of those. I thought I had it up there. So the strange block we need just for crafting the Draconic fusion injectors. That's it. So we don't need a whole lot of these. And we've already got all the fluids. So we can just set up a recipe for this. These actually do it right. And then a recipe for the block. We need a recipe for refined obsidian. And that should be everything we need. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. We need to add a... You know what? I don't think we're going to need that. We're going to try this without that. If I need to add a filter to it, I'll add a filter to it. And then this guy can go here. Awesome. So, now if I want to make strange block, we're going to need, we'll say 10 of them. This all should work pretty well. That's full. It's running. Sucked it right on out of there, which is what I wanted. So, yeah, we're good to go there. We should get one of these up here in just a second. And then we will move on about our next bit of business. There we go. We got one. So those are ready to go. Alright, so we're back. Our next bit of business is to start looking at our awakened stuffs. We need the awakened draconium block and we need the draconic core. So the awakened draconium blocks really aren't that bad to make. This is one of those things that we're going to see about setting up a recipe for. But right now we're just going to craft a bunch of them. We're going to need them for a few things right quick. We need one for each one of these. So that's 9 of those. 9 for that. So that's 3 recipes we have to do. And then 4 for those. We need a handful for that. So I'm thinking we should do a stack's worth of draconic blocks. Or awakened blocks. That's not what I wanted to do. So 64 into 4. That's 18. So we need 18 sets of recipes of dash blocks, which that's all going to be. We're going to need a stack of dash. We're going to need 32 and wait, this is not going to give, 32 and 32. I think that's math right. I'm not sure, but we've got what we need. So let me get these dash blocks made up and our draconic blocks made up. I'll be right back. Alright, so got everything made up, ready to go. And we're going to do this. I changed all these to stack mode. We're going to do this slightly different. I'm going to put in all the recipes for this, or all the pieces to this. And then we're going from there. It's not 18, it is 16. I'm math wrong. But this will craft up 4 at a time. Then all I got to do is stand here and hit the craft button every time. And I don't have to sit and wait or redo this every time we need to do it. So, waiting on the first ones. And yeah, we're ready to go. Alright, so we're back. We've got our 64 Awakened Draconium blocks, which is lovely. We're ready to... I've restarted the pack. We're ready to get into our next bit of business, which is the Fusion and Crafting Core. So, we need 9 of these for now. Or 8 of these for now, not 9. We can go ahead and grab this one. We'll start with this one. We're going to need... I got the Wyvern cores already made for this. I don't know where they went. I thought I had them up here. Maybe I didn't. So this guy, we need that. The Wyvern cores, compressed diamond. We need, we're making, shoot, too much math. So 2, I need the same amount that I got there, so 16 of these. That is 1,300 diamonds. And while that's going, we also need to get compressed lapis times 2. So this guy. And then this guy. And then we got everything else. So we can get those guys going. There is our 16 blocks. That is just, yeah. So we need 16 of these. I crafted the wrong. No, that's the right stuff. So why is that? Compressed diamond times 1, compressed lapis times 2. Why was that cheaper? I don't know. Anyways, we need our strange stuffs. We're going to be doing... There's those. Oh, wait, we're still doing those. That'll be enough of those. We're doing 9 of these, so that one can go up. And I believe that is everything we need for this. It is. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we did just a minute ago. We're going to split these into... That's all one, that's all one, that's what. And these are just 1 block. All right, so these guys, those guys, these guys. I think I've mathed this stuff wrong. I think I've done it for 8, and yeah, 8's what we wanted. That's right. This one over here is right. One of these is wrong. This one's wrong. Alright, and then we can... Boom. We'll get a 1. Now, one thing I have learned in this is once we craft these and break them, we actually have to take the stuff out before we can do this, because it actually holds its contents. So there is that. There's our quest complete. We're going to go ahead and do this and get our second one, and then we will do that, and we'll do these 2 at a time. Why is that? And there we go. All right, so let's get all these done. All right, so we're ready for the next part of this, which is going to be to make a couple of Draconic cores, and then we're going to set it up for it all to be... Well, we're not going to set it up today. We're going to come back and set it up to be automated next episode, and then we'll get into all of our Draconic tier gear and all that stuff, and see about getting to fighting the Chaos Dragon. So, but to make the Draconic cores, we need aluminum blocks. We need mixed T blocks, which we should have. I just done a recipe for aluminum blocks. We need 2 of those. So all we're doing is 2 because that's what I got right now. We need the mixed T blocks, which we got 2 of those. That's what we had. Now, to make the awakened draconium ingots, we need to do a packing die, unpacking, in order to do it. That's the only way we can do that without doing the smelting of the other stuff, which is something that we will worry about next episode also. because I've got to do some more Draconic bees to get things set up for the Awakened bees. So, but that should be everything that we need. So let's go back. We'll switch this to single modes. Single, 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 single. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and a 1, and we'll throw these guys in here. And that is not right. Why it? That was, I don't know why I did that. Anyways, we're getting that. This should give us an extra one, which will be nice. The chaotic tier, we can't do yet. We've got to get all the way through the dragon, which I love how this is an optional quest, but we have to do it in order to get through the end of the pack. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 1, and this should be ready to go. And come on. There is our second one. And there is our third one. Beautiful. So, like I said, next episode we will find us a spot to set this guy up. We'll probably, I don't know where we're going to set it up, but we'll get it set up. We're probably going to use XNet to do this. At least that's the plan for now. We might be able, with it not having to have much else done with it, we might be able to just use pipes for it. But for now, that is where we're at. We're ready to go. So, like I said, next episode we'll get together. We'll get the Awakened Bee. We'll have to get our blast furnace turned way on up. We'll probably have to make another one for that, for the Awakened, and get it turned up and go from there. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.